Whoa, we got some breaking news here because DC Fandome was just confirmed and officially announced. So I made a video about this a couple days ago. I'll leave the link to it down in the description if you want to check it out. Because we found out about this event a couple days ago, but now it's officially been released and revealed to the public by Warner Brothers and DC. So now we have some actual information about this, and we have a full-on press release and official logos and everything, and we know everything about this now, and this sounds like it's going to be amazing. It's going to be the big event of the summer. It's going to be like how Kevin Feige announced the whole Phase 4 slate at last year's San Diego Comic-Con. Now, I'm not sure what Marvel's doing, if they're doing their own event or not, but DC is definitely bringing it this summer, and I'm excited for it. So, DC Fandome, a global experience on Saturday, August 22nd, starting at 10 a.m. So, this is the logo right here. I think it looks pretty good. But then we get into this thing, and this is the DC Fandome thing. I don't really know the official thing of it. Well, actually, it's called the Hall of Heroes, apparently. And I'm reading through the press release, by the way, so you can get the good information here. So this is where you can experience special programming, panels, and content reveals from a wide variety of films, TV series, and games available in several languages. From there, navigate into the DC multiverse, exploring 5 additional satellite worlds, each with its own localized content and unique activities, and one world fully devoted to our younger fans. So, first up, we start with the DC Watchverse, which is the first one to the left of the Hall of Heroes. And there is, here's where you grab a seat. Sit back and join our virtual audience and become completely engrossed in hours of must-see content from around the world. Everything from panels and exclusive screenings to never-before-seen footage featuring cast, creators, and behind-the-scenes crew from across DC films, TV, home entertainment, and games. So basically that sounds like the one we're going to be most interested in here, because that's where we're getting all the reveals. But then we have DCUverse, which is right above that. And that is where we are going to venture into this world where the fans are the stars to see the most amazing user-generated content, cosplay, and fan art from around the world, including perhaps your own. So basically, if you're into cosplay, if you're into fan art, then send it into this place whenever they start allowing submissions and stuff, and then it can be presented in front of the whole world. Then we have DC Kidsverse, which is right above the Hall of Heroes. And this is all for the kids. I mean, need a way to entertain your kids for hours on end? We've got you covered inside a special world which can be accessed directly at dckidsfandome.com. This area features a broad range of family-friendly activations for our younger fans. So basically, if you got kids and you want to keep them busy while you're looking at all the good reveals and good stuff during this DC Fandome event, send them to this website. They can probably play games, do crafts, read stories or something. I don't know, but I really like how inclusive this thing is because they got stuff for every age range here. Then we have DC Insiderverse, which is right next to the DC Kidverse. And this creativity-based world contains a centerpiece video featuring legendary artist and DC CCO publisher Jim Lee, president of DC-based film production Walter Hamada, and creator of the DC TV Arrowverse, executive producer Greg Berlanti, welcoming fans with a 101-style introduction to the DC multiverse. From there, go behind the scenes with the master artisans who bring DC to life in all its forms, from comic books to games, TV, movies, theme parks, consumer products, and more. Then finally, we have the DC Funverse, which is in the bottom right corner. Take your DC Fandome experience and gather cool shareables. Check out our comic book reader, do-it-yourself cool Wonder Woman 84 Golden Armor and Batmobile kits, plus digital giveaways and store filled with merchandise, including some limited edition exclusives. So this is basically where you're going to be looking at there's probably going to have some free comics that you can look at, and then probably some comics that you can buy. There's probably going to be a bunch of crafts and stuff, like I mentioned, do-it-yourself Golden Armor from Wonder Woman 84 and Batmobile kits, plus digital giveaways and a merchandise store. So you'll be able to buy any DC merchandise here, and there will also be some giveaways, so you can check that out and, find out all of that stuff. Now, before I continue on, here is the official like synopsis for DC Fandome. So imagine all the superheroes and supervillains you've ever loved finally coming together in one place to celebrate DC's past, present, and future. Accessible for 24 hours at DCFandome.com, the global event will immerse fans into the DC multiverse with new announcements from Warner Bros. Games, film, and TV, and comics, as well as an unprecedented opportunity to hear from the cast and creators behind your favorite feature films and TV series, including Aquaman, The Batman, Batwoman, Black Adam, Black Lightning, DC Superhero Girls, DC Legends of Tomorrow, DC Stargirl, Doom Patrol, The Flash, Harley Quinn, The Snyder Cut of Justice League, Lucifer, Pennyworth, Shazam, The Suicide Squad, Supergirl, Superman and Lois, Teen Titans Go, Titans, Watchmen, Young Justice Outsiders, and coming this fall to theaters worldwide, Wonder Woman 1984. So that's a lot of stuff. But now I'm basically going to go over all those things that I just listed off and what we can expect to see during this event and what we can expect to get announced for these different projects. So first, we're of course going to start off with the movies, and we start off with Aquaman. So here's the official DC Fandome poster for Aquaman. I assume we'll get some updates on Aquaman 2. Maybe we'll get some news on whether or not Amber Heard is getting recast. If she is, then they'll probably announce her new actress. If they're just replacing the character with some other character, and I don't know, but we'll get some kind of update on Aquaman 2. Probably some, cast reuniting here. The director, James Wan, will probably be there during this event. So that's definitely going to be good. Then we have the Batman. We're probably going to be getting our very first footage from the film. We've seen first looks. We've seen the Batsuit. We've seen the Batmobile. But hopefully we can start to see some of the villains. That's what I'd really like to see. And like maybe Riddler, Penguin, Catwoman. That'd be really nice to see. Or maybe even an updated look of Robert Pattinson is in the Batsuit and maybe him in action. So that would be really cool. Then we have Black Adam. This movie is supposed to release December next year, and they were supposed to start filming like right about now. So I don't know what they're going to do for this. I mean, they don't have any footage ready to go, but I'm sure we'll get some casting announcements and stuff. We know we're going to see the Justice Society of America in this film. Hopefully we'll even get the cast for the whole team. That'd be really nice. Then we have The Flash. So I literally made a video about this like yesterday or the day before, and the producer of the film, The Flash, has said that we're getting news about the movie very soon. So I assume we'll get some news on whether or not Ezra Miller is getting recast or not. If he isn't, then he'll probably be there. If he is, then, we'll probably find out who is the new Flash. Also, we'll probably find out what the movie's about. Like, is it Flashpoint? Is it not? And I made a whole video about what we should find out about this movie and when we could find this out, because there's so much we want to know about this movie. So I will also leave the link to that video down in the description below if you want to check that out as well. Then we have the Snyder Cut, aka, well, the official name is Zack Snyder's Justice League, but this is coming to HBO Max in 2021. This was announced a couple weeks ago, and everybody's super hyped for this. I know I am. Maybe we'll get some first footage from it. I don't know. We'll probably get some cast stuff from it. It'll really be interesting to get some more updates on this, because we already know a lot about the Snyder Cut, because Zack Snyder's told us about like Green Lantern, Darkseid, Martian Manhunter, and all this stuff. So I don't really think they want to reveal too much, because we already know so much about it. But I'm definitely excited to get some more updates on this project. Then we have Shazam. We will get some updates on Shazam 2. Maybe some more casting news. Some returning cast members. Maybe we'll find out more about Dr. Sivana and Mr. Mind, that team up that's going on there. And maybe we'll find out whether or not Henry Cavill is going to be in this movie. Because we know Henry Cavill is coming back to the DCEU as Superman in like a cameo role. So he's either going to be in Shazam 2, Black Adam, or Aquaman. At least that's what we think so far. So I hope we find out which one he's going to be in. Or if he's in all of them, then, even better. Then we have the Suicide Squad. And we actually got a brand new official logo for this. I mean, it's the same logo, but it's more high definition here. And it looks really cool. Just looks a lot like the comic logo that we had. I'm hoping we get some footage for this, maybe even a trailer, honestly, like, because James Gunn has said that this film is done. They're done filming. Literally, he's been working on the VFX and the score and everything during this time of quarantine. So, I mean, this movie's pretty much ready to go. So, if they release a trailer, I mean, they could if they wanted to, and this would be the perfect place to do it, at their very own event. Then Wonder Woman 1984, I'd say this is the most likely place for them to reveal Cheetah, because they've been saving that for a while, because they haven't shown us what Kristen Wiig is going to look like as Cheetah in the film. We've seen her in promo art and toys and stuff, and I literally just made a video about this morning, so a couple hours ago. I mean, you can go check that out if you want to. But yeah, that's the one thing I hope we find out from this. I don't think they'll reveal anything else too much. Maybe we'll get a final trailer. But as long as this movie stays on its October release date, then we should be good. And they've already kind of shown a lot from the film, so I don't want them to show too much. So I say just show us Cheetah, and that's good enough. Maybe some cast moments as well. And then Birds of Prey. This wasn't mentioned in the official list of movies and shows that they're doing, but the social media accounts do have a DC Fandome poster for Birds of Prey, so I assume maybe it will just be something to do with Harley Quinn. Maybe they'll even announce the next Harley Quinn movie, because we know that we're getting another Harley Quinn movie, which I assume is probably going to be Gotham City Sirens, so it'd be great if they just, like, maybe at the end of the event, they just say, oh yeah, and we're doing Gotham City Sirens. Kind of like how at San Diego Comic-Con with Kevin Feige last year, like at the very end of the panel, Kevin Feige was like, oh yeah, we're doing Blade with Mahershala Ali. So that'd be a great cliffhanger for this event, is just say, oh yeah, we're doing Gotham City Sirens with Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy and Catwoman and everything like that. That'd be a great opportunity to announce this. Now on to the TV shows that we're getting here. Alright, so first up is Batwoman. Now, this is the one, we've been hearing a lot about it, and we want to know what's going on with this, because literally about a month ago, I think, it doesn't seem like it was that long ago, but it was announced that Ruby Rose left the role of Kate Kane in Batwoman, so she will not be returning for season 2, and then, like, a couple weeks later, we found out that they're not even gonna recast the role of Kate Kane. They're gonna bring in a whole new character to become the new Batwoman, Ryan Wilder, and her mother was murdered by Scarecrow and everything. So that's the thing that gives me hope for this season. Like, the only thing is that we're gonna see Scarecrow, because he's my favorite Batman villain. So I hope we maybe even get some casting updates on this. They'll probably announce who's playing Batwoman here at this event. They'll probably announce who's playing Scarecrow, if he actually is in this, according to the leaks, because those were from some audition tapes. But yeah, I just hope we find out what's going on with this show, who's playing the new Batwoman, and who the villain is. I hope it's Scarecrow, like it's rumored. Then Black Lightning. I mean, I don't really know what they're going to reveal about this. We know the new season starts in January, season 4, I believe. I mean, we don't know anything about the show. Maybe they'll have a trailer. I highly doubt it, because actually, no, I don't think they'll even start filming by then. So, yeah, I don't think they'll have a trailer at all. They probably won't have any footage. Maybe like a scene or two. Maybe some concept art. I really don't know. They'll probably just have a panel with the cast, and they'll talk about what the season is going to be about, because we don't really know anything. I think Gravedigger's coming back, so that'll be really interesting to see. And yeah, I think they're setting up the Outsiders in this show, that whole team. So that'll be really cool to see. But yeah, I don't really know. But we're getting some reveals. What else we're getting reveals of is DC's Legends of Tomorrow. So this actually just ended its season a couple weeks ago. And I loved it. It was a great season finale as well. And I'm looking forward to seeing it come back. But when the CW announced its next schedule for January, which is when all the new seasons are starting up, Legends of Tomorrow was not included. So I assume this is probably going to be starting up with its new season about this time next year, probably about the time Stargirl started its first season, like about springtime. So maybe we'll get some more information on the season. We'll probably find out more about, maybe we'll find out what the alien race is, because we know the main villains of season 6 are going to be this species of aliens, but we don't know what species of aliens. We just know that at the end of season 5, Sarah got abducted by aliens. So, I mean, hopefully we can find out more about this. Maybe we can get some casting news, because we know that we're getting a new legend this season, a new character. So maybe we'll find out more about that new character and other stuff like that. Then Stargirl, I'm hoping we'll get an announcement of season 2, because I love this show. It's literally my favorite show on TV right now. I don't know if the season will be done by then, by this event. I think it will be. Yeah, I think it should be done, because the first season will be done. It's had a lot of great reviews and everything. Everybody loves this show. I haven't seen anybody that really hates this show. So hopefully they announce, like, hey, season 2 is happening, and then they give us, like, a quick bit of information of what season 2 is about. Maybe some more Justice Society of America stuff. Maybe something about the villains, anything, honestly. I just love the show, and I want to find out more about it. Then Doom Patrol. So season 2 premieres next Thursday, so next week. So that's really exciting. They're starting off with 3 episodes on HBO Max and DC Universe, and then after that it will be 1 new episode a week. So I don't know how many episodes is in this season, so I don't know if the season will be done by then, but hopefully we get an announcement like season 3 is happening or something like that, because this is also a great show. It's one of the best comic book TV shows of all time right here, and I love it. So I hope we get some more updates on this, just maybe some more teases, a little bit of information and stuff, and yeah. Harley Quinn. Now this is a great show as well. So I don't have DC Universe, and so this was only on DC Universe, but actually a couple weeks ago they streamed, or actually just put the whole first season on Sci-Fi, so I finally had a chance to watch it, and I liked it a lot more than I thought I would. I really love this show. I love all the DC Universe shows, and season 2 is currently on DC Universe, so I'm really looking forward to seeing season 2 whenever it comes out on DVD, or if it comes out on Sci-Fi, so I can watch it without having to pay for DC Universe. Maybe we'll get an announcement of season 3 or something, but yeah, I'm really excited to find out more about this show. Then Supergirl. This was very similar to Legends of Tomorrow, where it was not announced with the rest of the CW schedule for January, so I assume this will be coming back for its new season 6 in the springtime. So they probably won't have much of an update on this. Maybe some new casting news. Maybe they'll tell us about the villains or something. Maybe they'll tell us how they're going to wrap up what ended off with the last season, because we had a little bit of a cliffhanger there because of, the pandemic, because they didn't get to finish filming. But also Melissa Benoist just had a baby, so she's probably not going to go back to filming anytime soon. But yeah, I don't really know what we'll find out about this, but we'll probably find out a lot about Superman and Lois, because this is the new show that is coming to the CW this January, and I'm super excited for it. I assume we'll find out, a little bit about the show. We've already heard a bunch of casting news. We know that the main villain of the season is going to be Lex Luthor, except it's not going to be the John Cryer version of Lex Luthor that we have in the Arrowverse. It's going to be a Lex Luthor from an alternate universe, so it's going to be really interesting to see, but I just hope we find out more about the show, maybe get some first looks, maybe find out about a new suit that Superman will have, so that'll be really cool to see. But the next show is Teen Titans Go. I don't watch this show. I used to, but I don't anymore. It just got to be too much for me. I watch it occasionally. I think season 6 was just on, I think. So maybe they'll announce season 7 here or something. This is really the only DC cartoon that has lasted this long. I don't know how it's lasted this long, but somehow it has. Hopefully, if we're super lucky, for us fans of the original Teen Titans cartoon, the really serious, good cartoon, hopefully it'd be amazing if they announced that was coming back for another season, maybe on HBO Max or something. I doubt it, but I don't know, we can only hope. Then Titans, I mean, we know that Season 3 is coming. We don't know when it's coming. Hopefully we'll get a release date on that. Maybe some casting updates. Maybe a synopsis, because we don't know anything about the 3rd season, really. Maybe they'll reveal something about Blackfire, who I think is the main villain of the season. Maybe some other villains we'll see in the season. And, yeah, the current members of the Titans as well. That'd be really interesting to find out. And then finally, the final show that we're going to find out about in this DC Fandome event is Watchmen. Now, this is probably the most interesting thing from this list of content we're getting during this event, because this had a really successful first season. Everybody loved it. It was critically acclaimed. It's on HBO Max, and I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard that it's really good, and I plan on watching it sometime soon. But apparently they don't want to make a season 2, but if they're giving some kind of update on the show here, and they're doing some kind of information panel about it, then maybe we're getting a season 2 announced. I mean, that would make sense. So, like I said, I haven't seen the show, so I don't know anything about it, but maybe we'll find out about a season 2 or something. So that'd be really interesting. So anyways, guys, this is DC Fandome. Once again, August 22nd. It's a 24-hour thing. It's a Saturday. There's completely free. You just got to go to the website and you can check out all of it, and it's going to be super fun. I can't wait to see this massive, immersive digital event that will give everyone new ways to personalize their journey through the DC Universe without lines, without tickets, and without boundaries. So, yeah, I'm super excited for this. But anyways, guys, what did you think about this? Please let me know all your thoughts on DC Fandome down in the comments below. What are you looking forward to the most? What do you hope we find out? And what gets you most excited about this, I guess. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please drop a like and hit the subscribe button so I can keep you up to date on everything that goes on in the DC life.